I forgot to start recording, so basically Little Dragon Boy told me to go see the scholars. That's all you missed. Hi, welcome. This is the finale of Endwalker. And yeah, I'm a professional. I swear. Anyway, let's get into some dialogue. A warm and hearty welcome, you. Yo, I gather you received our message? Please wait here while I fetch Quile and Graha. I like the new hair. Thank you for coming on such short notice, and forgive us for sending for you so soon after your trials in the void, to say nothing of your grueling battle against the 12. Now then, we aren't actually the ones who require your presence, but Aaronville. He stopped by recently, you see, and asked us to reach out to join you on his behalf. I imagine you're as surprised as we are, given that he was supposed to be away on a long expedition. Something must have necessitated a change in his plans. All he would tell me is that there is someone who he wishes Yo to meet. He also mentioned that he would be tending to business at the studio. Shall we look for him there? Ask about Andron. Graha explained. The Andron's rooms were furnished for folks needing a break from all-night research or recently returned from expeditions. The students are used to seeing those walls plastered with articles and diagrams and personal messages, but I imagine it's quite a surprise for our newer guests. Why not take them down, you ask? Well, it's often the same people who stay in the chambers after all. And besides, when I see old notes written by friends who've since passed, it's comforting in a way, as if they were still here with us. Oh, and just to be clear, these are properly appointed bedrooms. Any mention of naps is not meant to dissuade you from getting a full night's sleep. Aaronville's early return likely has something to do with this visitor. Who could it be, I wonder? Now then, where is Aaronville?
Aaronville!
Apologies for the wait. I hope I haven't called you away from anything important. I chanced upon some commissioned items at my destination, so I thought I might deliver them.
Where did you go, if I may ask?
The New World. Tural.
There it is.
You went to Tural? Then the person who you wish to introduce...
Aye, she hails from there. I present to you...
Well, it seems you've lost her.
Did she wander off?
Sorry. It's just so different here. I can't help but want to explore.
Well, while you were exploring, your candidate came to us. This is her, the adventurer you crossed the seas to meet.
Ooh, you weren't exaggerating. It's claimed she's no ordinary woman. I'm Uklamat, claimant to the throne of Tulihuela.
I like your design.
Tulihuela.
It's Tural's governing nation. The capital bears the same name.
I'll get to the point. I want you to come with me to my homeland.
Given the magnitude of the request, perhaps you should explain why you're making it?
Of course. Soon, an event of great import will be held in Tural. The Rite of Succession. Taking the form of a contest, it will determine who next ascends the throne. As daughter to its present keeper, I will participate. And I have every intention of winning. I was searching for champions to join me when Erenville told me about you. A mighty warrior who knows no fear, who sweeps aside terrible fiends as if they were reeds, who flew to the edge of existence and saved our star.
She asked who Eorzea's greatest hero was, and so I told her. Much more elegantly, I might add.
Now you know why. You'll come to Tural, yes?
Wait, let's all just slow down. Wuklamat, was it? You claim to be of the royal family, but is it not the Mamulja who rule in Tural?
Tulihuela is a nation of many peoples. Not only the Mamulsha, as some across the seas are quick to assume. That said, its present ruler is a Mamulsha, and one blessed with two heads besides. He's also my father. Not by blood, obviously, but he raised me as his own, and that's what matters.
So that is the way of it. My apologies if I was indelicate.
Hardly. I know little about your land, and nothing about your parentage. But in my eagerness, I've gotten ahead of myself. I can't expect you to agree on the spot when we've only just met. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Just know, though, that if it's adventure you seek, you could do far worse than come with me. Now, this is only a rumor. But apparently, the contest will involve the fabled city of gold and the legendary beast, Valiarmanda. Tell me that doesn't pique your interest.
Golden City, I've heard about it before.
So the tales have reached even these shores. Can't help but feel proud.
I advise you not to put much store by these rumors. Golden cities are not but a dreamer's fancy.
Says the dreamer who was bent on finding one when he was a child. Just because you failed doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
To the Yola and the Golden City. Just like in the letter to Grandfather.
Regardless of what the contest may entail, it'll be no simple thing. If I'm to triumph, I'll need capable and dependable companions. So let's go on a hunt together. There's no better way to get acquainted.
A journey to Tyrell. That's the long and short of it. At the very least, I ask you go on this hunt of hers and take her measure for yourself. So where to for our hunt? The stronger the prey, the better. The chance to see not only Tyrell, but the fabled Golden City besides. This is the stuff of grand adventures, my friend. Which is not to say you should hastily accept the invitation, mind. There's still a great deal we do not know. So let us begin to rectify that by first getting acquainted with our visitor in the manner she suggests. I'm not certain what might be a suitable location for her hunt, however. When I was at the guild earlier, I learned about a petition from the researchers on the Isle of Ham. You went there not long ago and culled some unruly fauna of your course. But according to recent reports, other ordinary docile fauna have grown savage. It's believed that they've been unsettled by some manner of predator, and so the researchers seek assistance with identifying and dispatching it as part of your hunt. Perhaps you might answer the petition. This isn't far, and we would also be helping those in need. That works for me. Just so you know, I've honed my skills against some of the fiercest beasts in Tyrell. Whatever this creature here is, it had better be able to put up a proper fight, or it'll end before we have the chance to get acquainted. And before we can prove ourselves capable and dependable companions, my apologies, but I must see to some preparations. Pray go on ahead to the Isle. I will join you as soon as possible. If the rest of you are ready, let us head to the harbor. This being guild ship business, it should be simple enough to secure a vessel. Where am I going? Oh. We have the loan of a ship from one of the captains, a cheery fellow. I can operate the vessel so we don't need to trouble him to take us. Prowl was acting a little strange, don't you think? This is just a simple hunt. I wonder what preparations she needs to make. So we have to take a ship, and I've barely set foot on dry land. Oh well, I suppose it's for a good cause, a hunt. Come on, let's get going. Yeah, I wasn't expecting multiple duties. Item level 660. Like I would ever get that high. I will in Dontro. You never know. I still have the game for a month.
From here, we must walk.
So much ice. It rivals even Yogg-Tural. Oh, white bear! I wonder what it tastes like.
Remember, we're here to deal with creatures that have been deemed an unacceptable danger. Do not attack anything else unprovoked.
I know. So this is the isle where ether literally bursts forth.
Aye, the Isle of Ham. The geysers lie deep inland, however.
You really are knowledgeable. Kona told me nothing about this place.
I doubt your brother managed to come out this way. He's like to have toured facilities like Labyrinthos, however.
The great big cavern under the city. It's amazing that they could make a sky down there complete with a sun.
This brother of yours, he has been to Charlian.
He has. Kono's my second older brother, and until recently he was a student in the city. He went on and on about technological amusements. It made me want to come here too one day. And so I did. I think I understood something of how he felt when I set foot in his beloved studio.
He went to the studio? Your brother must be quite a scholar. But I wonder, like you, he'd be royalty, yes? With such a personage coming to Charlian to receive an education would surely have caused a stir, yet I recall nothing of the sort.
He consulted with the head of the studio beforehand, that his identity might remain secret. Being Mikote, he had no trouble blending in. He's adopted like me, you see. One time, though, he almost let it slip to a professor. It was all he could do to parry the barrage of questions.
Having no shortage of questions myself, I can imagine.
Ask whatever you like. I don't mind. But I maintain hunting together is the best way to get to know someone.
The researchers should be up ahead. Let's find them and learn what we can. The researchers should be just ahead. There! The building to the northeast.
So, ordinarily harmless creatures have grown savage.
Don't know what's got them riled up, but I'll take down any that thinks to try me. Right, let's hunt our fill.
Look! Someone's in trouble!
Yeah! Taste my axe!
These animals are usually so docile.
Oh, thank goodness you come. I take it you're the one who answered our petition. Wait, aren't you? You are. Yo, the adventurer who saved our star. Would that our meeting was under better circumstances. I was conducting a routine inspection of the transporter here when I suddenly found myself surrounded. You'll find more of the same across the chasm. Once docile animals grown strangely aggressive. My colleagues there can tell you more. If you give me just a moment, I can finish checking our equipment.
You really are famous.
And for good reason, as you'll soon see for yourself.
Quite an interesting contraption you've got here.
Is that our petitioner? Let's go and have a chat.
If you come to answer the petition, you should speak with my colleague here. The adventurer come to answer my petition, I presume. You're most fortunate to have one of your considerable skill here to aid us. A creature of unknown origins has been sighted on the island in recent days, and we believe its presence has affected the local fauna. The animals beyond the scare are the worst affected we've encountered thus far, though we dare not go back. Your task is to quell any threats you find. You search for traces of the beast responsible for all this. If you should find anything at all, it would be most grateful if you would share it with us.
I'll handle this. Hold still.
That's cool.
Is that all? Come on, let's pick up the creature's trail.
You find ravaged beast remains torn to shred by sharp talons.
These claw marks. I've seen the like before. It's starting to feel like a proper hunt.
You find feathers are scattered about the ground. There are signs of fierce struggle.
Feathers. But do they belong to the predator or the prey?
So, how do you prefer our prey? Roasted or raw?
You presume it's even safe to eat?
The cloying stench of fresh leavings assails your nostrils. Whatever beast left them is likely still close by.
Still fresh. Whatever this beast, it cannot be far. You suppose they're upset we disturbed their home?
Who knows? If they're spoiling for a fight, then they've got one.
Let's head back and report what we found.
Powerful wings and razor-sharp talons. Worthy prey. Ah! What is that thing?
Oh, that's annoying.
It speaks?
It's heading towards the falls.
I'll stay with the researchers. The creature, I leave to you.
Come, Worklamite!
Right. Just so we're clear, I wasn't startled by the beast earlier. It caught me by surprise, that's all.
Forgive me, but I failed to see a difference.
I'm hungry. Getting hungry. Let's be done with this so we can eat. Think you're clever, huh? I'll rip off that beak and roast you on a spit! Talk all you like, bird. I'm going to have the last laugh. Oh, I'm going to enjoy sinking my teeth into you. Shut up already, you blasted bird!
Look out!
I've never seen such an enormous colibri.
Not good. Quickly, gather together.
Great.
I've got you.
Oh, that's cool.
That was too close.
Steady now. Steady now. Damn it.
Spread out, everyone!
Pay for that. Thank you.
No! Why? He lived. Did I die? Ah. I hate duties. Resume from midway, at least there's that.
Talk all you like, bird. I'm going to have the last laugh. Oh, I'm going to enjoy sinking my teeth into you. Shut up already, you blasted bird!
Look out! Look out! I've never seen such an enormous colibri.
Not good. Not good. Quickly, gather together. I've got you. I've got you.
That was too close.
Steady now. Steady now. Damn it.
Spread out, everyone!
Pay for that. Pay for that. Thank you.
Ooh.
That was hardly a tickle. Try this. Nothing to it. We have you now, you dumb bastard!
Throw everything you have at it.
Fuck yeah.
And I had barely limbered up.
He was a terrible foe, but no match for your axe.
Only to be expected. You were pretty impressive yourselves. I was right to invite you on a hunt. But what a curious bird that was. Though we have similar in Tural, they don't grow so big or use such dirty tricks. Aye, dirty and despicable. Otherwise, I could have easily...
Leave this to me! Come at you!
Hey.
Cryle!
I am terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
She arrived as I was seeing the researchers to safety. It was all I could do to keep up with her after I explained what happened.
So this is what you meant by seeing to preparations?
After hearing of the contest, I thought how wonderful it would be to join you. In coming here, I wanted to demonstrate my skill at arms to Wuklamut. Alas, it seems I missed most of the action.
That was amazing! The piece didn't stand a chance!
I'm glad to have been of service.
May I ask what inspired this change?
You will recall the time you descended to the ethereal sea in search of Heidelin. Recognizing that my skills were inadequate, I chose to provide support from afar, rather than join you. It was the same when you set forth for Ultima Thule. How it pained me to stay behind again and again. That's what inspired this change. Ever since the final days were averted, I've used every spare moment to hone my craft. As you all have adapted your methods to suit the circumstances, I started by considering how I might best contribute. And after much deliberation, I arrived at my answer. With the esoteric art passed down by the legendary Archon realm, Pictomancy. As I recall, you have embraced versatility to effectively complement a certain someone's style. What I do is much the same. Like you, I don't want to be left behind.
Indeed. I must say, you appear to be especially keen on being involved in the ritual of succession. Is there any particular reason?
Yes, there is. This letter from Tuliolal. It was addressed to my grandfather Galuf and turned up among the students' archives. The ink was faded, so I couldn't fully make out the sender's name. Galul, someone.
Jaja. Gulu Jaja. That's my father, the Dawn's servant. What does the letter say?
While much of it isn't legible, it appears to be a request to investigate the Golden City.
A request to investigate the Golden City? From the Dawn Servant himself?
Well, well. Seems it may be more than a rumor after all.
Being a member of the royal family, it was my hope that you could confirm the authenticity of this letter.
I can say for a fact that my father didn't write this. Given how culturally diverse Toliyolal is, it was decided some time ago that a common language was needed. But instead of elevating an existing tongue and its speakers above all others, we looked to those widely spoken overseas and created an altogether new one. The similarities to your common tongue also make it quite easy to communicate in these situations, no? This letter, however, is entirely in Eorzean. If Father had written this, it would have been in Turali. What's more, it bears a wax seal. We don't bother with them.
So the letter is fraudulent, then?
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. My father's signature is genuine, as far as I can tell, so perhaps he simply dictated it.
I see. Thank you for the confirmation. It seems my grandfather indeed had dealings with Tuliolal. I can't help but be curious as to what exactly he was doing there. In order to help us decide on a course of action, would you mind if I asked you some questions about your home?
By all means. After all, learning about one another was the purpose of this hunt. We can talk while feasting on this fellow. I, for one, am starving.
We're eating that.
Okay. Thanks to Woklama, we now know who sent the letter to grandfather. among other things, but many questions still remain. I understand Kryle's feelings all too well. The desire to do one's part. It can be daunting to try and keep up, but nothing will change unless we take the first step. Ah, what an exciting hunt that was, and now it's time to savor the reward. With the wildlife pacified and researchers safe, our task is complete. That just leaves the matter of the colibri meat. For better or worse, there's really only one place we can take it to here in Charlian, the last stand. Come, let us see what Dick Gunn can cook up for us. Well now, there's a famished face if I've ever seen one. What can I get you, yo? Oh, bird meat for the hunt, you say? Leave it to me. I have just the recipe. It's a new dish I recently learned from some sailors, and for you lot, it's on the house. Have as much as you like, you hear?
Come, come. Let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together. I've heard that Charlian cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
What is this? Ooh, it smells spicy.
Oh, come now. Since when did you become so soft? It's not like we don't have spicy food in Tural, too.
According to Dickon, intensely hot dishes have become popular in Razadhan after a traveller ordered a curry with several times the usual amount of spice. So he started offering the same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Charlian.
It's nothing I can't handle.
Your boorish manners reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
I swear, sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
Would I be correct in assuming you've known each other for a long time?
I thick as thieves since we were little.
I beg to differ. She is a long-standing acquaintance. Nothing more.
I see. I see.
All this time you were from Tural. Oh, would that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd like to ask.
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
Well, if he's going to be a miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead. Since ancient times, many peoples have called Tural home, and they've been fighting each other for nearly as long. The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago, when the reigning Dawn Servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
And that's how Tuliolal came to be.
Since then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace. But my father is getting old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor. One who can preserve his legacy. Including myself, there are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us cannot be allowed to rule.
A man who's too ambitious by half. Word of the Garlean Empire's collapse has reached Tural. While most are simply relieved, he sees weakness to exploit and would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us back into war. I can't allow it. No matter what, I must win this contest.
I understand your reasons. But this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future, is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
Oh, it's more than appropriate. The Dawn Servant himself expressly encourages it. The ruler of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad cultures, and there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies.
Oh.
That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed that you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of good character as well. And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne of Tulihualal? You don't need to decide right this moment. But I will need you if I'm to triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long as I can while waiting for your answer.
In that case, allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldessian Annex.
That's very kind of you. Oh, and one more thing. Once we finish eating, would you mind if I took the rest of the meat?
Judging by Wuk Lamont's reactions, it appears Terrell's cuisine isn't exclusively fiery. Whether Wuk Lamont has the makings of a ruler, I couldn't say, but I do know that she deeply cares for her nation and her people. Whether you choose to help her, though, is for you and you alone to decide. Think on it well. Now then, it's past time I reported our mission success to the guild ship. I would have done so sooner, except Her Highness needed to have her royal meal. I shall come by the annex later. Till then. Well, I dare say we now have a fair grasp of Orklamat's situation. Still, even afforded time to consider her invitation, why not use it to learn more about Tyrol? Neuroman is bound to have some information on the continent. It certainly wouldn't hurt to be better informed. Quite right. Not only would it help you to make an informed decision, but if you do choose to go, you would be better prepared for what awaits. Come, my friend, let us be off to the archives. Okay. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Okay, let's read some books. The origins of blue magic can be traced back to the esoteric practices of the Weliki, a tribe in the distant continent of Tyrol. The tribe holds nature in the highest, and in seeking to cultivate a spiritual connection with it, they have learned to harness the power of the wildlife around them. In exchange for teaching them the common tongue, I was permitted to live amongst them and train in their ways. Those days were some of the most grueling I remember, but they were tremendously rewarding. For instance, I had the privilege of visiting Lapis Canyon, the tribe's sacred grounds. It is so named for the cerulean deposit that wells up to the surface, turning the entire canyon a brilliant blue. Under a shaman's watchful eye, I finally managed to master the whale keys art and make the animal's power my own, as no name existed for it in the common tongue. I took the liberty of naming it blue magic. The reason I chose this color, as you will have doubtlessly gleaned, is for the significance it holds to the Welkuli. I cannot think of a name more fitting to honor the people for whom the noble magic was born. Interesting. History, geography, botany, the public archives should suffice to provide a solid grounding on Tyrell. Eorzean cuisine, a history. It is impossible to adequately discuss Eorzean cuisine without speaking of that land from which many of our modern-day staples hail, the far western continent of Tyrol. Ogre pumpkins, ruby tomatoes, even the umbiguous popato. These crops and more that regularly raise Eorzean during tables trace their origins to the New World, as the place is known to most. The tale of this culinary imagination begins in the year 1498 of the 6th Astral Era, when a Lomensian sailor named Caterman successfully traversed the Indigo Deep to arrive at the therefore unknown continent. Caterman spent several moons exploring inland, in the course of which he encountered the denizens of the sprawling nation of Mumulja. He was even granted an audience with their supreme leader, whose confidence he won along with permission to roam freely. Caterman would return to Tyrell several times, but during the first expedition he charted the land and gathered myriad root vegetables and seeds to bring back to Limsa Lamonza. The most notable of these was the popato, whose ease of cultivation and nutritional value saw it quickly spread to all corners of Eorzea. Produce was far from the only bounty of Caterman's expeditions to Tyrell. Many tantalizing recipes, such as the bean-filled burrito, and gripping legends such as the tart of the Golden City, reached our shores by way of his ship. To those outside of Caterman's circle, Tyrell largely remained shrouded in mystery, yet its influence on our cuisine cannot be overstated. Many scholars, myself included, would relish the chance to immerse themselves in the culinary culture of that faraway continent. The flora and fauna of Tyrell. Every land has given rise to unique wildlife, and the contingent of Tyrell is no exception. Yet, while some of her creatures have become a familiar sight in Eorzea, many and more exist that are rarely seen this side of the Indigo Deep. This tome introduces a select variety of species as described in the testimonies of sailors and adventurers. Alpaca, accustomed to Tyrell's craggy mountain ranges, this four-legged beastkin has been domesticated for seemingly hundreds, if not thousands of years. Their soft, white fleece is highly prized by weavers, while their strong legs and sure-footedness make them capable of beasts of burden. Weavray, the ferocious scaleson, is native to the dense jungles of Tyrell. The mammal jaw have succeeded in taming them and utilize their prodigious strength for manual labor. Given their immersive immense size and power, it should come as no surprise that the Wivre also employ siege beasts. Enemy fortifications cannot long withstand this hell-horned brute's rampage. Valgrav Manta. Tural folklore holds that this bird-like creature is the mightiest of beasts and the very embodiment of nature's power. Whether it exists beyond myth, however, is uncertain. Lines in the sand, the geopolitics of Heidelin. Let us begin by comparing the geographical characteristics of the three great continents and Tyrol. The former stretches from east to west and lies entirely within the northern hemisphere. In contrast, the latter extends to the far reaches of both northern and southern hemispheres, and a difference immediately presents itself in the form of a climate variance. Shifts in the climate tend to be gentler when moving east and west, but harsher when moving north and south. Owing to this fact, longitudinal migration is far more common in history, whether it be by men, animals, or plants. A case in point is the Allagans, who rose in power in Aldenard before advancing east into Ilsbard. Their movement would be mirrored thousands of years later by the Garleans. Meanwhile, although the desperate tribes of Tyrol waged war with one another for generations, stemmed by the climate, none could make any great headway north or south. Tribes hailing from frozen lands weathered beneath the desert sun, while those that thrived in open plains could not pierce dense jungle. Such was the way of it until the leader of the mammal jaw succeeded in bringing the continent under one banner. Given the land's divided history and reason thereof, one cannot help but be in awe of this defeat. Truly, it is a testament to the arch's greatness. Having perused a wide selection of books relating to Tyrol, you are somewhat better informed about your potential destination. Bahatia will be eager to know what you have discovered. Should you wish to read these books again, speak with the reference page. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, these are just everything I've read here before. Okay. Be nice if there was like some new stuff. Well, maybe it can be updated over time throughout the game. That was actually pretty cool. I'm interested in Tyrol now. Scoured the library to your satisfaction, have you? Excellent. While there are a few books wholly dedicated to the subject of Tyrol, I dare say you found tidbits of useful information scattered here and there. But come, let us continue this outside. The mammoths do not take kindly to chatter. Now then, I'm quite keen to hear your honest impressions. I couldn't help but notice that we read the very same book on cuisine. I was pleasantly surprised to find reference to Tyrrell within. Among them, did anything in particular pique your interest? That is cool to think. I'm curious where potatoes come from in the real world. Potatoes, I have a newfound appreciation for them. As have I. Despite having just enjoyed a hearty meal, I found myself craving potatoes. As they keep well, they were a boon to sailors, and it was that same property that allowed them to survive the voyage to Eorzea. Property. The book also mentioned a method of preservation which sees potatoes repeatedly frozen and dried. The resulting product was apparently used in a stew by people in mountainous regions. I should like to sample that dish one day. That and all the unique cuisine of that vast continent. But moving on, did you perchance learn aught about the fauna of Tyrrell? Given your adventuring background, I expect the topic would interest you. I remember weavers. Ah yes, the great honored beast kept by the Mumalja, who unleashed them on fortified positions to devastating effect. That reminds me, I recall hearing that a few specimens were brought to Vilbrand not long ago. Perhaps it's possible to see them on the island. I thought you heard a familiar voice. I thought I heard a familiar voice. Fancy running into you two here. Very well. Well. Have some research of your own to do. Aye, we hope to arm ourselves with knowledge that may benefit the Garlean people. Having forged a new trade agreement with Ratsadhan, they will look to foster relations with other nations. This includes former imperial provinces. In view of this, we hope to find hints in history on how neighbors of different races and ideologies might engage with one another. And what of the two of you? What endeavors bring you here this day? A nation composed of the disparate peoples of Tyrrell. I dare say this is precisely the kind of example we seek. We do well to read on Tololiol ourselves. The contest, is Yo the only one allowed to help Woke Lamont? There was no mention of such restrictions as I recall. On the contrary, Woke Lamont gave us the impression that she could have several champions. I think we know how to make the most of our respite. Follow me, Alpha Node. We have planning to do. Alizide, wait. Would seem our plans have changed, if you'll excuse me. They never could rest on their laurels. Come, let us return to the annex.
Oh, it's just... Despite all that we've learned, I can't help but feel we've yet to hear the whole story. What about you, my friend? Are you inclined to accept or refuse Worklamat's request?
I never say no to a new adventure. Again, Dontrell.
Ha! I thought you might say that.
I'll play it for a month and then wait for the content to come out for the remainder of... I don't know what I'll do. You never know what'll happen. I know I'm gonna get Dontrell though. Can't have come all this way just to not play Dontrell. It's been driving me so much.
With an intrepid attitude such as yours, I believe all shall be well. Be it the contest or something else, there will be many trials for you to overcome at your destination. But in the course of seeing new lands and meeting new people, you'll surely find a way forward. That's what adventurers do, is it not? Such a journey would be the envy of many a scholar. Distant as it is, Tural remains largely unknown to us, with only meager records to be found in Numenor. The experiences to be had, all the things you might hear, feel, and think. It's enough to stir me to the core. Life is a series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another. but there's an idea. I have a matter to attend to at the Agora. Please, go on inside. I will join you shortly.
Okay, now what? Now is the last time I'll see Amanda for a while. Welcome back, yo. If you're looking to work with Lamont, she is currently within the others in their chambers. If you like, I can go and fetch them for you. Understood. Please wait in the main hall. Ah. Yeah, Tyrell's like right over there.
You have the look of someone who's made up their mind. Go on then. Let's hear it. Up their mind. Go on then. Let's hear it.
I've never been one to turn down an adventure. I'll do it.
Excellent. You'll be compensated for your troubles, of course. But I dare say your time in Tyrell will be its own reward. You'll be compensated for your troubles, of course. But I dare say your time in Tyrell will be its own reward.
You're not planning to leave without us, are you? You're not planning to leave without us, are you?
Alpha no, Alice! What are you two doing here?
Alpha no,
We happened to
Alice!
cross paths
What
at
are
Numenor
you two
earlier,
doing
you see,
here?
And I told them about Wooklamat.
We happened to cross
And when we
paths at
fortuitously
Numenor
met
earlier,
again
you
at
see,
the Agora
and I
just
told them
now,
about
They
Wooklamat.
expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
And when we fortuitously met again at the Agora just now, they expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
Ah, you must be the twins who are sneaking after Erenville as toads.
Huh.
Ah, you must be the twins who are
100
sneaking
things
after
about us you
Erenville as
could have told
toads.
her, and you chose that.
100
impressions
things about
last.
us you could have told her, and you chose that.
First impressions last.
'Tis an honor and a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. Alphino Levier at your service, and this is my
Tis an
sister,
honor and a
Alice.
pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness.
Oh no, let's not
Alphino
do
Levier
that.
at
I
your
really
service,
can't
and this is
stand
my
titles.
sister Alize.
So,
Oh
You
no,
want to
let's not
participate
do
in the
that.
contest
I
too, is that
really
right?
can't stand titles. So,
indeed we do.
you want to participate in the contest too, is that right?
We've been assisting with the rebuilding effort in Garlemald.
Indeed
Yet while
we do.
progress is being made, the question remains of how
We've been
the nation
assisting
might
with the
reconcile
rebuilding
with
effort
its
in
neighbors.
Garlemald. Yet while progress is being
We believe
made,
there is much
the
we might
question
learn from
remains of how the
Tuliyola,
nation might
a
reconcile with its
nation founded on
neighbours.
unity. And in return
We
for this
believe
honor,
there is much we
would
might learn
spend
from
no effort in
Tuliyola,
supporting your
a
claim.
nation founded on unity. And in return for this honour, we would spare no effort in supporting your claim.
The more the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea and Garlemald from you as well. The more the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea
Having
and
recruited
Garlemald
so
from you as
many
well.
committed and capable allies, I presume you have no need for my
Having
continued
recruited
assistance?
so many committed and capable allies,
Nonsense.
I presume
Like
you
I
have
told
no
you
need for
before,
my
you're
continued assistance?
indispensable. Nonsense.
They're strong,
Like I told you before,
But
you're
strangers to our land.
indispensable.
They need someone to guide them, to point out
They're
the
strong,
dangers,
aye.
and spare
But
them
strangers
grisly
to our
deaths.
land. They need someone to guide them,
I
to
can't
point
think
out
of
the
anyone
dangers
better
and
suited to
spare
that
them
task than
grisly
you.
deaths.
What's more, despite your assertions,
I can't think of anyone
I know
better
you
suited to that
haven't given
task
up
than
on
you.
the City of Gold.
What's more, despite your assertions, I know you haven't given up on the City of Gold.
As I recall, Cryon, you were the first to state your desire to visit Tural.
As I recall, Cryon,
Perhaps I was.
you were the first to state your desire to visit Tural.
Still,
Perhaps
I can't
I
help
was.
but worry about being away just when our order is beginning to find its feet
Still,
again.
I can't help but worry about being away just
You have
when our
nothing to
order
worry
is
about.
beginning to find its feet again.
I haven't forgotten
You
how
have nothing
held the
to worry
fort while I
about.
set off to explore Alzadal's legacy. It's only fair that I
I
return
haven't
the favor.
forgotten how you held the fort
Pray,
while I set off
leave
to
the
explore
students to
Alzadal's
Ojika and
legacy.
me.
It's only fair that I return the favor.
But
Pray,
Raha,
leave the students to Ojika and me.
But Raha,
You want to retrace your grandfather's steps, don't you? This is a rare opportunity, and I insist that
You
you
want to
seize
retrace your grandfather's steps, don't you? This is a rare opportunity, and I insist that you seize it.
thank you, Raha. Thank you.
thank you, Raha.
Well,
Thank you.
looks like it's settled. I'm counting on you all to help me win the throne. Well, looks like it's settled. I'm counting on you all to help me win the throne.
I suppose now is a good time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora.
I suppose now is a good time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora.
There.
There.
This, my friends, is the latest map of the world, created to celebrate our friendship with the
This,
Lotharids.
my friends, is the
Cast your
latest
eyes
map
west
of the world,
Sharlayan, for
created
there
to
it
celebrate our
lies.
friendship with the Lotharids.
The site
Cast your
of
eyes
next
west of
great
Sharlayan,
adventure,
for there it
Tural.
lies. The site of your next great adventure, Tural.
Yeah, I didn't expect them to show it. Shit. Just talking about that. I beat the game. The whole game. The real credits. Credits. Holy shit. And we get cool art. It was like 5 Final Fantasies in a row. for me. I streamed 4 of them. It was worth it. But, wow. Did the free trial all the way to the end of Stormblood. Did the 30-day free trial when you buy the game. Paid for a month of it. Got nearly to the end. Had to pay another month of it yesterday to do this ending. God damn it. But that means I can explore the side content that I didn't do. I did all the raids except for Coils of Bahamut. I did half of Coils of Bahamut exactly. So yeah, I might try to get a party to do that unsynced, because that's the only way you can do that. But otherwise, it's just side quest. So you'll still see me streaming this every now and again, just not as much. Still. There's a blue quest in Charlian I want to do. Or 3 of them, actually. Curious what that's about. I don't think there are any more blue quests that I know about that are level 90. I wish there was a list of worth it quests in terms of story. I'm sure there is. This art is sick. Alright. I'm gonna shut up now and let the credits play. $8 months, man. Or 10 months, I'm not sure. And not... fucking Xenos. I'm still sick. I like Zero as a character, actually. Yo. This remix. These are some long credits, dude. I don't know if there's an after credit scene after the last one. I definitely feel like I would expect, but I don't know. Oh, well, there you go. Oh, guys. A Novo. That's cool. Okay. Still worth it. The game is worth watching the credits for. I will say. You complete the quest. Lest you wonder about your passage to Tyrell, Aaronville will arrange a ship through his guild. You need only worry about your own preparations. Speaking of which, please take this with you. A rugged and ready knapsack. May it serve you well on your coming adventures. Now, I'm not sure when your departure will be, but rest assured, I'll let you know when I hear something. Till then, please take your ease. Research has proven that wearing a knapsack or similar greatly reduces the likelihood of being pestered with questions about how you can carry so many items. Okay. Meanwhile, in Lemza Lamonza.
When does the next ship set sail? May I ask your destination? The north and east, I've already seen. I suppose I'll head west this time. West, you say?
Meanwhile, in old Charlian. That's weird.
I see you've made up your mind. I had a feeling you'd be keen.
But to think that our comrades too are thither bound. Fate doth work in mysterious ways.
Indeed. It will be a grueling task, having to contend with them.
Oh, they're working with another one? That's cool.
If the prospect doth trouble thee, 'tis not too late to decline the petition. Though thine expression would suggest thou art far from perturbed.
Oh, how could I possibly be, knowing what's to come?
Then let us delay no further and secure passage on a vessel.
Aye. This will be a mission to remember. Come, my friend. We make for Taral.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north? The fabled golden cities of the New World?
Word. Weigh anchor now, the tide is high, and dawn of a new adventure it nigh. Raw forth to break through horizon's bond and tread the golden. Wow. I'll have to look back at that for what that said. Tomorrow's unknown. Okay. So that's gonna do it for this game. I might do some more videos on it, but for now, that's gonna do it. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next game.